Hi, my name is Cheyenne Harris, and the healthcare campaign that I have chosen to research and assess was the HPV Vax Now campaign. I chose this campaign because I've always had a passion for pediatrics and OBGYN. This is over an OBGYN healthcare issue HPV. HPV is the human papillomavirus, which is a sexually transmitted virus that, if left untreated, can lead to outbreaks of genital warts and certain types of cancer. About 80 million people are actually affected by this virus. However, 80% of our population in America will come into contact with this virus but never even know that they have it because most of the time it can actually treat itself. However, unfortunately, there are about 35,000 people every year that suffer from a certain type of cancer from this virus. This is where the HPV Vax Now campaign tries to step in. Their long-term goal is to increase HPV vaccination rates among young adults between the ages of 18 and 26. Their target audiences are in the states of Mississippi, South Carolina, and Texas. They chose these three states because they are amongst the three lowest vaccination rates in the United States. The campaign sets out to educate this target audience about not only protecting their health, avoiding getting the warts, associated cancers, but as well as the importance and benefits of getting the HPV vaccine itself. The CDC actually recommends that all boys and girls between the ages of 11 and 12 complete a two-dose HPV vaccine series. However, there is what's called a catch-up vaccine series for those who missed the doses when they were younger, um, and they want to prioritize this before the age of 26. Um, you can access the HPV Vax Now campaign toolkits on the vaccines.gov website. There you can share all their social media posts, their blogs, their graphics, their newsletters. All of their content is located there, and you can share that with those toolkits. Um, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the graphics that I found within these platforms that are super helpful and help kind of explain more in regards to the campaign itself and what they do to try to educate and inform everyone about the HPV Vax Now campaign. So this campaign actually launched in January of this year in honor of Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. One of the strengths that I identified in this campaign was their usage of the many different platforms to get the information and education out there. Um, there's the educational videos, graphics, blogs, newsletters, all available through the access of the vaccines.gov website. Again, like I said, that you can share with yourself, with family, with friends. They also provide two different toolkits, one for young adult outreach, so that would be for like me and for you, and then also one for healthcare providers to utilize within their offices to educate their patients and their other providers as well. However, I do think one of the weaknesses is that it's a fairly new campaign, so it hasn't been largely marketed yet. That's why a lot of people maybe haven't heard of it. It is also limited to the main focus of being only in those few states that I listed earlier. So I think that that screams for wider reach to be necessary. I feel this way especially because when in all reality, fewer than half of young adults in the United States have actually received one or more doses of the HPV vaccine. And that's not just in those three states. That's throughout the entire country. So that means that only 22% of the population have actually completed the vaccination series in America. So I really think that that really speaks volumes in the need of more education and outreach, especially with this campaign and for what it's shooting for. I do think the implementation of creating a website specifically for the campaign, the HPV Vax campaign, would be super beneficial. Just to really have all of the information that's wanted and needed in one place instead of having to go and pick from the different websites or the different platforms to get the information. It's just all in one setting. I think it would be much easier and more accessible for all of the information. However, overall, I do think that this was a successful campaign. It offers a lot of useful information that people may not have known about, like I said, especially since about 80% of the population will come into contact with the virus and never know that they have it. I think that's a really important reason to get your vaccine because you don't want to become one of those 35,000 that become affected by the cancers. I also think that the campaign has a lot of room for growth since it's a new campaign, so I'll be excited to see what they do with it in the near future. What I would like for you as the viewer to take away from this presentation is to know that it's never too late. Your health matters. Get on top of it. Help yourself prevent the HPV and the cancers, and help your friends and family also prevent these things as well by sharing that information with them. So, like the campaign itself says, spread the word and not the virus. Thank you.